What's up, everybody? So, I thought that I would try to recap Teen Mom Family Reunion because I have not made a video in so long. And if you guys keep up with me on Instagram, you know that my page actually got deleted. So, I had to come and make a whole new backup page, and it's been kind of whack. There's really no tea. It's like the same old, same old. Kale's pregnant. Kale had a baby. Everybody hates Ashley, and Brianna's throwing stuff and throwing tantrums. It's the same old, same old. It's just whack. So I haven't even been on Instagram that much. However, I'm going to try to recap Teen Mom Family Reunion. Hopefully, it's not boring and the whole climax is not the Ashley and Brianna fight that everybody is looking forward to. So it opens up with Kate discussing with her mom because this season on Teen Mom Family Reunion, they're bringing their moms. So Kate is in the car discussing with her mom how she planned this whole trip for all the Teen Mom girls, and she hopes that they love it because she had FOMO because she could not attend the last family reunion because she had just had a baby. When everybody knows that MTV paid for this trip and MTV set it all up and gave Kate these lines to read off to her mom, and act like she set it up when Kate probably didn't know where the hell they was going until 2 days before showing up at the airport. So they're driving through this wooded terrain, I think it's Colorado, and they arrive at the house and there's a champagne tower there, and Kate's mom is excited as hell and she's like, how long you think that champagne gonna last? And they're like, probably not long because we go hard or something like that. It was really like, Kate, please sit down. So Cheyenne and her mom show up. They're the second pair of people to show up, and Cheyenne mom seems very sweet, and they say that they're there to work on their communication, and she wants to spend time with Shy, and she just seems like a sweet girl. And they sit down and have a cordial conversation about how everything looks nice, and then the Hot Mess Express arrives in a van together, which is Jade is driving, is Jade Mama, and Jade Mama is off the chain. Like, she just say whatever comes to her mind. Then it's Roxy, Brianna, and Amber, and Amber's mom decided not to come for whatever reason. I don't think I've ever seen Amber's mom. Not sure. They're in the car having a good time about how they wiped each other's ass when they got a BBL. And Jade mom is joking, saying that she's going to get one too. And will Roxy wipe hers? And Roxy's like, hell yeah, I'll wipe it. So that was just probably the funniest thing that happened this entire episode. So they get there and the moms are saying that they're kind of hesitant because they've never really been around each other. The grandmas, that is. And Brianna's like, she's excited to see everybody except Ashley. She doesn't get along with Ashley. She doesn't get along with T. They made a pact last family reunion that they were not going to talk about each other on social media. And they claim as soon as Ashley left the house, she got on social media and started talking cash money shit about Jade and Brianna again. I remember that last family reunion season, they did bury the hatchet and everybody seemed to be cool when they left, and it seemed kind of genuine. Jade and Brianna said that they're glad that Ashley came and they were able to hash out their differences. However, Ashley did jump on social media and say that production told them to make up with Ashley and that it was all fake and that she's just there to get her check and she doesn't want to be friends with Jade or Brianna. She doesn't like them. She did do a couple podcast episodes about how she didn't like them. She didn't go to the MTV Awards, I think it was, because they were going to be there and she didn't want to sit beside them and act fake. She did walk off stage when the topic of Kale came up at a not family reunion, but Teen Mom reunion special. She did walk off stage, then get on social media and say, why are you asking the bitch that fucked her man questions about her anyway? And Kale got friends too, and blah, blah, blah. She also said something about nobody's going to spit on anybody because Brianna did threaten to spit on Kale, after the whole lawsuit thing. And Ashley said, ain't nobody spitting on nobody. That's just nasty as hell. And they claim that's when Roxy jumped in it and T jumped in it. And it was just a whole debacle. These people just don't like each other, okay? I've said from, a long time ago that Ashley just don't like Brianna. Like, I remember way back in the day, Ashley didn't like Brianna and did not want to be compared to Brianna. She said that she was the only woman of color on Teen Mom, that Brianna associates herself with being white, and Brianna is promiscuous and had an STD, and she just did not want to be linked to Brianna at all when people were trying to compare the two. She said that that was an insult. So Ashley has never really liked Brianna for whatever reason, even before Brianna even said anything to the girl. So Macy is the next to show up. She says that her mom couldn't make it because her mom and her dad went on a vacation. I just feel like some of these grandmas didn't want to film, and that's okay. I guess whatever excuse it is to get you through the day. So the moment that everybody was waiting for was Ashley and T to make this grand entrance, which they do, the last two people to show up because production set it up that way. Very dramatic. Roxy was also saying something about how she doesn't like Ashley and T and she's probably never going to like them. Whatever. They show up, and I don't know if it's the way that MTV edited, but it kind of seemed like maybe only one or two people spoke to them when they came in, and that probably wasn't so. It was probably edited that way, and it made it seem like they were getting, these dirty looks from Brianna and Jade, and cutting their eyes and whispering and stuff like that. It was just very, very dramatic. However, none of the girls really say anything to each other. The ones that don't like each other, they didn't talk, they didn't speak. Brianna said she wasn't going to do it because she didn't have nothing good to say. And Kate gets up and makes this announcement about having a surprise and they're going to do their first activity. And then they get to this bridge, okay? And I mean, this bridge looked high as hell. Then the paid life coach, Coach B, is there. She's like, yeah, you guys are going to jump off of this bridge. Why does she remind me of the life coach Laura from Bad Girls Club that turned out just to be like a hired actress? She really didn't have no credentials. Like, I don't know. She just reminds me of that lady. But whatever. So she's like, yeah, we're going to jump off this bridge. And that's going to be like releasing, your fears and, do something out of the box that you ain't never done. And the girls start dividing into who's going to jump off the bridge and who's not, because everybody is not finna bungee jump off of this bridge. So to everybody's shock, Amber raised her hand as the first girl to jump, and everybody's like, yay, go Amber. And I actually thought this was a very brave moment for Amber, because if you watched the last reunion, she kind of moped around. She didn't participate in the activities, but she was the first one to jump. And she said she was jumping because, she was scared that she was going to lose her relationship with her son, James, who, if you guys have been keeping up, James was taken from her. James is no longer in her custody. Now she has like visitations and she has to go fly to see him. So she said she was scared that she would lose the bond that she had with James. And that's actually really sad when you get your baby taken away from you. I know she's not perfect, but I'm just saying this is a sad situation. So she said she was jumping for her family, and she jumped and everybody cheered her on. And the next person to volunteer to jump was Brianna. Now, Brianna said that she was jumping because she was tired. She's tired of taking care of everybody. She's the backbone of her entire family. She got pregnant so early. She takes care of her mom, her sister, her kids. Her baby daddies don't do nothing. They need to step up. The same story the entire time. I feel like Brianna does have the weight of the world on her shoulders because she does take care of her entire family, honestly, thanks to MTV and this job that she has now. But I don't see anybody else in her family having any kind of income or jobs. So, yeah, it's all falling on Brianna, which, she can take it now. She has a very nice paycheck from MTV. But I understand why she's tired of having the weight of the world on her shoulders, and she jumps, of course. Roxanne was being dramatic. Roxanne cries all the time. She's crying because she said that she doesn't want Brianna to feel that way. However, what are you going to do to ease that burden of her feeling that way? So the next person to jump after Brianna jumped was Macy. She said that she's jumping out of control because she is in situations where she does not like to lose control, which I believe that's about everybody. She then brings up Ryan, and then Kate jumps. She's the last person to jump. She was contemplating whether she was going to jump or not, and Coach B kind of was like, well, you're doing this because you're scared and you're trying to talk yourself out of it. You're trying to stay on the safe side. And the girl was up there crying. It looks like she really didn't want to jump. But after she jumped, she said that, it was so freeing and she's glad she did it and it was the best thing. So congratulations to the girls who, conquer their fears and bungee jumped off of this bridge, because it wouldn't have been my ass. So while all of the girls are jumping, Cheyenne notices that Ashley has went back to the car, and according to T, Ashley didn't feel good, so they decided to go and sit in the car. But Cheyenne says she wonders if Ashley just didn't want to participate in the group activity, and that's why she went back. According to Brianna, nobody even noticed that Ashley was gone, so whatever. Nobody really went to go check on her or anything, so they really didn't say much about it except that Ashley didn't feel good. So everybody else gets back into the Sprinter vans after everybody's finished jumping off this damn bridge, and they head back to the house for the first time, and everybody's like, oh my god, it's nice in here. We got a hot tub, we got a pool, this is our common area. They don't show any bedrooms, which leads me to believe that this little living room area is basically where the set is, and then they're going to go back to the hotels, especially since Ashley's mom later said something about going back to the room, and Ashley was like, well, I got the keys or something like that, or you can't get the keys. Maybe production has the keys until it's time for filming to wrap. I don't know. But Kate says, she has another surprise, and everybody's like, oh my God, is Farrah going to walk through the door? Is Kale going to walk through the door? And lo and behold, the girls from Young and Pregnant and their moms walk through the door. And people are like, oh my God, like they're so surprised. Ashley and her mom come in, and people say that they can feel the tension between Kaya and Ashley. You can cut it with a knife or a fork or whatever. So it looks like, I don't know if it's edited this way, but it looks like Kaya was giving her dirty looks, and Ashley just looks over it because now she has three girls who don't really like her in the same house with nobody in her corner but her mama because Bar's not there. I just myself personally wouldn't want to be there with all that damn tension. So Kaya starts telling in the confessional what her issue with Ashley is, which is basically, in a nutshell, let me tell you, in 2020, her and Ashley were both selling lashes, I believe wigs, and kitchen-made lip gloss. I don't know who started it first, but Ashley did put up a post to say that Kaya was copying her and she didn't want, to be grouped into something with Kaya, because Kaya at the time also had like a little pyramid scam going on, where you give her money and she'll put you in a raffle or something. And if more people give money, then your name gets like booted to the top until you cash out. She was doing that as well as selling lashes and lip gloss, and Ashley didn't want no parts of it. And she said, she's not scamming. Her stuff is legit, and, people copying her, but it's not the same as hers, and whoop, whoop, whoop. So Kaya said that she felt like that was towards her, and she addressed it, and then it ended up all over the blogs. And I don't think Ashley ever said anything in retaliation to it, but Kaya has felt a way about her ever since then. And people, we're over here on Instagram talking about it now. Like, Kaya, why you still mad about some lashes from 2020? And this is what this big deal is. All these girls is mad at Ashley over some damn Instagram stuff. Now, I get it. Brianna and Kale beef. Kale, like, Brianna fucked her man, fucked her ex-husband. And I get why she don't like Brittany either, because Brittany snuck her from behind. Okay, that's real life beef. You was with my man. But y'all beefing since 2020 over Instagram comments is a little childish to me. So Kaya's mom is like, I don't like Ashley either. I don't like T either, because T said something about my daughter, and I had to jump in and take up for her because ain't no grown woman gonna be talking about her. So everybody was just like airing out their grievances with Ashley on this episode. And T tried to grab Kaya's mom's arm and was like, I'm just speaking to you, like, hey, how you doing? And Kaya's mom did not want to talk to her. She was like, hey, nice to see you again. Like, it's clear that it's up and stuck, and that's the energy that Kaya and her mom came with. And Ashley and her mom seem to be on the end of, let's just dead it. Let's have fun. Let's, not have any beef. But it's kind of crazy to talk junk online. And I love Ashley, but I'm just saying, it's kind of crazy to talk junk online and then get in somebody's face and immediately apologize and say, let's just be cool. Everybody ain't going to go for that. And Jade didn't go for that last year. And she was like, no, like, you're going to have to take some responsibility for the stuff that you are saying. And Ashley was just like, no, you know what? I was wrong. I apologize. Because it just comes off fake when you do stuff like that. It just comes off like you don't want to talk about it. You just want to move on after you talk shit about me and my mama. Like, no. So I can understand why people feel like Ashley could be putting on airs and her mom could be fake or something like that. Because when you immediately start to apologizing after an issue and you don't want to talk about it and you claim you were wrong and stuff like that, it just come off weird. And according to Kaya, it's copping please, because she got on Instagram last night and said that when Ashley was in her face, Ashley was copping all these pleas and saying, that she just want to be cool with her.
With anybody. And I didn't respond out of respect of her situation that she got going on. Right
hey,
now.
sister.
She don't respect it though, because as soon as the situation was over, she decided to make a post on Twitter that I did not see that said, now that my brother is blah blah blah, I can really give it to you, bitch. Well, bitch, you should have gave it to me last week, because I would have gave it to you then. But I didn't. But now I'm about to give it to you.
It was such a good episode.
Let's talk about it. Now I'm about to fry you.
Thank you.
Tell everybody how you was calling the police, shaking in your boots when I was in your face.
Do it
But now you talking big
every
stuff.
week.
And then you want to talk with stuff afterwards. Baby, where was this energy?
Wait, I didn't know Ashley Kai had a problem. Ashley just mad because she on Young and Pregnant moved to Teen Mom too.
So basically, you just ruined it for us and told us that there's no tea next week. In fact, Ashley apologized to you and you guys moved on and said it is what it is. You're never going to be friends. Okay, gotcha. So I guess we'll see what this fuckery is going to be next week. Are you guys looking at this show, or are you guys just over Teen Mom, period? These shenanigans, this new, I Hate Ashley campaign that's going on, that's just trending and getting them the most views they've probably had in 2 or 3 years, to be honest. Let me know.